Last time, on Studio 214, a mysterious stranger came by for a visit, offering so-called good ideas that seemed good at the time, but didn't play out in the end. Can she be trusted? Can our intrepid painter carry on? Can the painting be saved? Can we please get started?
Well, if you're ready, I am. Hey team, Greg here. First off, yeah, that tree did not make it. Not much to say. Turns out that was a gasoline fight accident waiting to happen. That doggone good idea fairy is no good. I really want to balance painting, so I think that adding more features to the painting will serve the painting. So I am going to go with some more trees in strategic locations. I'm really trying to make the trees stand out in a natural way, so I darkened them. Right now I'm adding yellow ochre, and I'm trying to even out and spread the color. It's where I think the light would hit the rolling hill. And then I place some sap green that I'm using as shadow color to try to help make the rocks look like they aren't just floating in the middle of the canvas. Some light green bushes give a finished look. Now I'm using that same bush color and toning down that red from earlier. Guys, a good rule to set for yourself, or at least one that I have set for myself, is one that I learned studying and playing music. There isn't much more that I love than a ripping, searing BA guitar solo and lead line. It gets the people moving, and I am no exception. However, sometimes that isn't what the song needs, and by playing less, I play more, if that makes any sense. So my rule is, to bring it back to painting, make sure everything I paint serves the painting and what I am trying to create. A sweet waterfall or a cityscape is awesome, but they would not serve this painting. They would detract from it. So be loose, chill out, and paint like you don't give up.
Hallelujah!
Hey, that's a sweet shirt idea. Dibs! Tappy tap tappy. So here guys, I'm just taking my trusty fan brush and putting on a little highlight color. Try not to overdo it. Hypocrite. And here I'm just framing in my rocks. They're gonna be the focal points of this painting, and so I really want to have them set in the painting properly. And so I'm just gonna build layer upon layer so that it just really looks like they're in there solid. Then I want to cover up some of that shadow color with the highlight. See how it just plops them in there? Now it looks like it's part of the hill. And that's cool. Just adding a little bit of highlight to that. And I'm going to have it come down a little bit, like that's an outcropping. I think the painting needs to be more balanced, and that third tree on the right made the left side seem empty. So, after looking at the canvas all night, the canvas spoke to me.
Hey Greg, what's up, baby? What's happening, man? Listen to me. I need a rock. I need to be balanced. Come on, Greg. That's right. You know it's true, baby. Put some rock in. Bottom left. Come on, Greg. You know what I want. You know what I need. And that's a rock. Bottom left, baby. Yes, indeed.
Well, when my canvas talks, I listen. You know, team, I almost gave up on this painting a few times. Going on felt like a losing battle. So I stopped caring. And then I ran out of give up.
Hallelujah!
And then I just started painting. And that's when I got loose. And that's when I started to boldly paint. Now, I'm not saying this is a masterpiece or anything. I'm just saying it was worth finishing. And I hope you agree. If you have an opinion, one way or another, let me know in the comments section. Yeah, try to stay civil though, would ya? But I do like to learn, and I'm always looking for ways to improve. So good or bad, tell me your struggle and what you think, and let's keep the conversation going. I knew a dude in Basic. His name is Spencer. He's from Worcester, Massachusetts. Anyway, he was a real hero, and he loved having a good conversation. And I agree, Battle. A good convo goes a long way. So guys, what painting would be complete without a little knife work? This painting is no exception. So I'm just gonna bust out my knife and cut in a little color. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I paint with a knife. That's what I do. Not a big deal. So here I'm just adding in a little bit of shadow color, a little bit of highlight, and hopefully with a little bit of light pressure, I can pull off some dazzling effects of light there. See those striations in the rock? That's exactly what I'm looking for. It's a hard effect to get with a paintbrush, apparently. And hey, what's good for one rock is good for the others. Speaking of, I might want to think about putting a tree in so I can even up all the structures. Might be a good idea for later. I'm winking my eye. You can't tell because it's a voiceover, but I'm totally winking my eye right now. I'm just throwing up color. I'm seeing some things that I like, and maybe this painting can still be okay. It's definitely not wall material, but who knows? Definitely not a total loss at this point. And that kind of makes me happy. And isn't that the point? So guys, as alluded to earlier, foreshadowed earlier, if you will, here are the trees. I think one by that new rock structure was needed just because it kind of fit in, and then I don't like doing even numbers of things. It just doesn't look right to me, so I had to throw in another one. And you know, I think it kind of works. Don't forget the highlight. Yeah, you know, I think it looks like those rocks are ledges that are jutting out of the mountain, and that's exactly what I was going for in the beginning, so yay me! Now I'm just throwing in a bit more shadow, just so I can, you know, firmly place them in. I think it does a nice touch. Well, team, I think we were done. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I had a good time. I hope you did too. Before we go, let's take a look at a before we started shot. And then after. Then with the tree. Man, that got crazy. Sorry about that. Then before. Then after. Hey, thanks for coming along on the journey with me. If you like this and want to see more, please consider subscribing and hit that like button. It helps out a lot. If you have a second, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of this project, and I will try to get back to you. New videos every Thursday. See you next week. This is Greg for Studio 214. Out.